Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reads. So this is for the week of the 14th to the 20th of July. Keeping in mind that everything doesn't happen just in that week. It's just for my bearings. Okay, so this is the reading for Pisces. Pisces, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Please remember, if the readings don't resonate, don't try to make them fit. They do flip-flop. It is general. Check out another reader. Whatever it takes for you to find the story that you're looking for. Don't try to make it fit. Okay, Pisces, what's coming up for you in the next week? I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot. And you have the Tower. Interesting. So the Tower comes in when we have to see our life from a different perspective. It is an epiphany moment. So sometimes it can be in the form of an epiphany. Sometimes it can be more destructive than that. Can mean you have to move house, can mean something's broken down and you have to move in a different direction. You could lose a job. Like, it can be that sudden. But in my experience, I find it's mostly people having a realization that they cannot live their life in the same way anymore. They have to change something about their life. And with the Tower, it talks about the fact that you haven't built on a sturdy foundation. So it can mean that, you know, what you thought was isn't, basically. So if you've been living your life, you know, thinking you are a certain way or that the world is a certain way, this is about you understanding that that does not fit you anymore, that you've outgrown the skin that you were in. You're becoming a very different person after this Tower moment. So it's about to sort of knock you off your feet a little bit and take you in a new direction. It could be because you've been offered love here, because the Page of Cups is here. The Page of Cups it can be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is about someone wanting to offer you love. Now, the thing is, the Page is a very young energy, and this is often a message coming via maybe text or email, phone call. It's not an action card, so nothing has really happened yet, but there's definitely this feeling that someone's offered you something here, sent your tail into a spin. The Death card is here, which of course talks of transformation. Whatever this was that happened here has made you really review who you are, where you're going, what you do, how you move forward, those sort of things. And behind that we have the Two of Swords. So, and then the Six of Swords. So you're moving away from things that don't serve you here. The Two of Swords implies that you could be in a situation where you have to move away from something in order to have something. Can be a head over heart decision. Certainly can talk about cutting something out of your life that no longer serves you here with this Tower. But whatever it is for you, this is quite, I don't want to say destructive, because destructive implies that it's really awful. But when I look at this, I think it's not a bad thing. You're actually becoming a better person through this process. So whatever this is for you, it's making you better than your last version. So it's definitely, you're sort of doing the snaky thing here and dropping a skin to move into a new version of yourself. So it's nothing to be frightened of. It's nothing bad. It's just that you have a realization that maybe you're not the person you thought you were, but it's changing you somehow. Let's see why. Because the universe said so. The universe has come into for some sort of intervention here. The Wheel of Fortune talks about the wheel turning in your favor now. So something has happened to bring something to you that perhaps you didn't realize was out there. It can mean that, you know, you get an opportunity at a brand new job that you've been waiting for a while and you haven't received. So something here that the universe is bringing you that you thought, you can see on the wheel here, you know, there's love, there's work, there's wishes, there's sunshine and happiness. It could be someone who's the opposite gender, but it's like they're bringing you something that you wanted, but perhaps with the Tower you didn't know you wanted it. Six of Pentacles, this is very much about equal give and take. So you could have possibly been in other relationships where you weren't getting back what you'd invested. This might mean it's time for you to invest in something that you had not invested in before. But whatever, it's about putting in what you're getting back. So something very equal is being offered to you here, something that's very reciprocal. Okay, Three of Cups coming out here. So, I mean, I have to talk about the third party relationship because it always comes up with this card. So there could have been two people to choose from. You've moved in the wrong direction, picked the wrong person. Maybe the universe is showing you that you've gone in the wrong direction now. But the other thing this card can imply is reconciliation, reforming from a situation. And it definitely is about celebrating, a victory, a success here. So whichever way it is for you, I feel like it's a really good outcome, especially with this Ten of Pentacles here. It's absolutely beautiful. So you're definitely being guided in a new direction here, without any doubt. Okay, and it's a direction that offers you lots of stability. It's much more stable. It's definitely bringing in either financial relief, financial support. You're moving into a time where you have sort of, well, more money in your pocket. You could be moving into a serious relationship with the ring down the bottom here. But you're definitely moving into a time that's more stable. Yeah, after a period of carrying around a lot of burdens here. That Tower, that's why the Tower's come in for you, because you've been refusing to move forward here. It's funny because I don't think of Pisces people as being so much stubborn, but sometimes we can hang on to stuff for far longer than we need to, and I feel like this is what the Tower's come in for, to allow you to release these past burdens, to allow you to release stuff that's held you back here, because you're really catapulting forward. You have the Hanged Man, which means you've taken the time out to see things from a completely different perspective. I think you've seen potential somewhere that you didn't see it before. The Hierophant, all about stability. Your reading is all about understanding how to become stable. And that does not surprise me with this Tower here. Maybe you've not had really good stability in your life before. Maybe you've always thought that stability was something that you were never going to attain. And now you're starting to see and understand that you can have this if you want to, but you've got to let that Tower come in. See, this is all about balance again. Wow. Okay, and we do have the Devil energy at the end. So let's talk about that, Pisces. You've been bound to something. You've been bound to some sort of belief, some set of beliefs, something quite possibly that you've built in you from childhood. And I feel like you've worked to try and bring in this level of satisfaction and stability possibly all your life, and it's really eluded you somehow here. And the universe is now saying, well, you've given you plenty of time to do it by yourself, and you haven't been able to understand what it means. Because here with this Devil energy, we have a feeling of codependency, but more so with your card here, it's a feeling of ego. It's a feeling that you've been trying to see something from a perspective that has not worked for you. And now you're releasing this energy here to move forward. And by releasing this ego, this way of, I only do things my way because my way is best, it's letting it's releasing you up in this Tower here. So we definitely have you either receiving or wanting an offer of love that's put you in a transformation here. And now you've got to make a decision on whether you want to move forward with that or not. It could be that what's been offered is very different to what you've seen before, come from a different perspective. Could be something, for example, like a job that you never thought you would do, but it's certainly something that has jolted you into this new expression of self, is what Spirit's saying, an understanding of who you truly are. So you could have been doing a lot of unraveling of yourself here to bring yourself round to this moment. But I really feel now that you've got that, you're going to find this beautiful sense of balance, transformation in yourself. You're going to see the world in a very different way, because now you're going to be abundant. You're going to bring in those things. There's celebration here about putting down those things that no longer serve you. It's really a very beautiful reading, but the Tower is not always, you know, a really big welcome thing. If it's just an epiphany, gee, crikey. I can say that I've had epiphanies that have knocked me off my feet when I've had that huge realization of something, and it's knocked me for 6. You do have the card of the Jaguar here, and that has absolutely knocked me for 6. So epiphanies can be quite earth-shattering, earth-moving as well. So realizing something in a way that's going to change your life direction can be challenging. You have the Jaguar, and it says it calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you. There you go. To go outside of your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She's delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. Under the medicine, it says, what in your life needs to be released, which is so obvious in this reading. What have you carried around with you far too long? 10 of Wands energy there, which is ready to be let go once and for all. Ego. Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. So you've had a fear of something here. Fear of the unknown, fear of taking risks, fear of changing the idea of yourself, fear of embracing a new idea of yourself. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instincts for the right people and situations. So this devil energy here, this is about codependency, narcissism, people that you have perhaps ended up in relationships that weren't worthy of you, weren't worthy of your love. So very, very deep reading, Pisces. A lot for you to take away and think about there. Have a fantastic week.